I very recently got to animate a fart for the first time, which, as somebody who works in children's TV for as long as I have, that's quite surprising. I got to work with an amazing animation director called Beth Hughes. If you ever get the chance and you work in the UK, jump at it. She's one of those that's super fun to brainstorm with, and we came up with a million ideas. But the fart had to follow some rules. It had to be a surprise to the character, but we had to see it. So it had to be quite visual. Let me show you what I did. Now I'm going to speed this up and just go through some of my steps that I use for animating. First things first, I Control F and set everything on the first keyframe. I work on stepped keys, on 2s, and I'm just going to plan out my animation. I do the same thing every time, so I'm just going to control keys there, and I'll work on breakdowns later. So I kind of want to do my final pose first. So let's just speed through that. I mark all my keys in red. So that's just right click on the key, label red, label red. And I'll do my breakdowns in orange, but I will do that in a minute. So So I kind of use the same formula all the time. I'll probably have an anticipation, and then I'll use this final pose here for an overshoot and a settle. Now fart has to be pretty quick usually, and I'm going to make this quick just on purpose. So if I copy paste my starting frame, this is where my anticipation pose will go. So here is my starting pose, and I want to have a little bit of anticipation before he then snaps into this pose, and there will be like a little bit of settle after this. So following that formula, I have my beginning pose. These are both on red because they're keys, and then this one will be a little bit of anticipation. So we're going the opposite way. Maybe even up onto one leg. I know. I'm gonna have to put onion skin on just to put this foot back. So if I key everything there and turn this label to orange so I can tell exactly what I've done. Cool. Just gonna move these up earlier, and don't forget to take my layer order with it. Yep. So anticipation, settle. Okay. So I want a little bit of overshoot, so I will key everything in this position. Ooh. Label it red, because I'm using the same pose basically, so I don't want it to be too different to this, but this I need to be a little overshoot. So I'm going to be trying to be really careful and not move the legs, but I will overshoot everything else. Head. Oh, I can't do any more of that, but maybe a little bit of down. So let's see what that looks like. But that's pretty good. I'm just gonna color this red. Follows my own system, so I have the same thing every time. Every time you open a scene file from me, it will be like red, orange, red, red. It's just my own personal way of doing things. I'll do overlapping action and secondary and pretty stuff later. I just want to get pauses in first that I'm happy with. I'm not actually happy with this. Let's move this up and a little bit more this way. And I think he's coming down too much. Pull that up. And actually it would be like extra beautiful if I did move these legs, because he starts to look a little bit cut out. Like there's no way the legs wouldn't be moving through something as big as that. Like that is a big weight shift. So I am going to push this a little bit more, and I will need onion skinning for that. Okay, stop messing with it, Danny. Happy with that. Happy. Okay, so here, with Beth Hughes, kind of maybe want to add something special here. And this is where going extra comes in. Just gonna hide those for a second so I can see what's going on. That is kind of the point when the fart happens, and that's like the impact of it. Okay, so 25. What I'm going to want to do definitely is add some ripples. So I'm going to create a new frame and create frame by frame layer. I'll call this ripples. I think you might know where I'm going with this. So now that we have a frame by frame layer selected, we get some frame by frame tools here, and this is just plus a frame, minus a frame, and duplicate a frame. So we're going to do hand drawn frame by frame animation just to really sell this fart, make it super fun, and add some ripples to its body. Like the fart is having a physical effect on this panda's gelatinous bum. Well excited. So I'm going to use the freehand tool. I'm going to have autofill and auto stroke enabled, and hopefully I'm going to get my style window ready. I'm going to select panda black. Now I hope that this will create that shape with that style on, but if it doesn't, we can fix it. So on frame 25, I'm going to plus a new frame by frame and so here we can now see that we have a key and we can draw on this. So let's imagine the fart is shooting out of this side. And so I'm going to draw a little ripple there and a little ripple here. Now it's hard to see what's going on. I'll just show you. That's all I'm doing, and it's creating a shape and colouring in that shape. So that's what we've got. So 2 frames later, frame 27, I'm going to put onion skin on. I'm going to enable outlines only because at this stage I don't need much more than that. But what I do want is I want the ripples to travel up his butt. So for this one, maybe that will be enough, and maybe this will be enough. Yeah, okay. New frame, onion skin. Now I don't love what happened with the end of that one, so I'm just going to tweak it with the magnet tool. Now all I'm drawing is vector shapes, so these are so tweakable. So I want that to really stand out now, and I will go back and do... You're not going to really see the ones around his leg. Can you see where I'm going with this? Ooh. And they don't even have to be accurate. Like, a fart is a fast a fast action. So this is the 4th frame now. I've done a new frame. They're going to start calming down. Not going to need much around here soon. It's going to go behind his leg. In fact, let's ignore that now and just concentrate on this one. And now let's have them really calm down. And then once I think I'm finished, I just create a new frame to end the animation. Basically, this is going to just create a frame with nothing on it. And let's play that. Yeah. Maybe it's a bit slow actually. Maybe it's a bit slow. Let's move them forward. Yeah. Yep, happy with that. Ripples. Okay, so maybe now, just to make it even more extra, I want a fart cloud. I know. I'm going to create a new layer, new vector layer. I'm going to call it fart cloud. And I'm on frame 0, so I'm going to draw a new shape. In fact, maybe I'll do it with the freehand tool. I'm going to choose Panda Pink because my styles are already set. And I'm just going to draw what looks like a cloud. And if I show you the vectors, this is what I've got. Let's close that there. Cool. That's what I was hoping for. Now if I just tweak these a little bit. I don't think it needs it though. I think that's absolutely fine. And then we have a fart cloud. Now I want it to be a bit transparent, so I'm just going to double click on the fart cloud and put the opacity to 25. Oh no. 50. Yeah. Okay, so now I have a little cloud. I don't want it to be visible, so I'm going to double click, make it invisible, allow animated effects, so that will key, and here we go. Now I've got a keyframe for the visibility. So on frame 23, this is where the ripples start now. I'm going to key this here, make it really, really small. Double click on the layer to animate the visibility back on, and just so it's absolutely, you cannot make this mistake. This is coming out of this panda's butt. I'm gonna do this, I know. Amazing. I'm what happens? Oh my god, I love it. I'm just gonna change the display here to disable GPU caching so we can see exactly what's happening. It's beautiful. I can put these back to smooth because I just animated them peaked. And then really what I just want this to float in the air but sort of disappear. So if I set a key here, see what happens. Oh, I love it. Key everything there. Make this really, really small. And then visibility off. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. And if I wanted to be extremely extra, and I usually do, because I've got this animated now and it's working and I like it, but maybe I want like a duplicate or just more, like a few more fart clouds, I can just duplicate this layer. So if I just right click on this layer, duplicate layer, fart cloud 2, love it. What I'm going to want to do though is offset all the animation so it's not playing exactly, so all I've done is just got 2 layers with the exact same animation. If I just grab all this, move it up 2 frames, and I don't want it to be the exact same size, I want there to be some slight differences. Like I don't want it to get this big, so if I just tweak this keyframe here and then tweak this keyframe here, I've only really had to tweak 3 things. And that is how you animate a fart. Isn't it cute? Using frame by frame layers, some vector animation, some vector point animation, and with a rigged puppet. You're welcome! So what do you think? How would you animate a fart? I would love to know. If you followed along this tutorial, please tag me in what you made. I would love to see them. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with other animators if you think it's worth sharing, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye!